So my name is Kristen Johnson. I'm the Assistant Director in the Office of Outreach and Recruitment. I'm also proud alum of Cal State Fullerton. I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology at Cal State Fullerton, and I went back for my master's in higher education. And obviously I love the campus because now I'm working here. So I just appreciate you all being here this evening. Again, this is just an overview presentation for Cal State Fullerton. So I will be covering some highlights of our campus and also covering admissions information as well. We will also have time for Q&A, so feel free to use the chat, and we will have more than enough time for questions at the end of the presentation. Okay, so a little bit of history for Cal State Fullerton. We were founded in 1957. So we are definitely over 60 years old now. We are the 12th CSU to be established. So there's 23 Cal State campuses in California within the CSU system, and we're actually the 12th CSU to be established within the system. We have come a long way. We actually have over 40,000 students on our campus now, but we started out with only 452 students, so we have definitely grown quite a bit. And we're Division I in athletics. We actually have 18 Division I athletics. One of our alumni, Justin Turner, he actually plays for the Dodgers. And he used to play for our baseball team. So we're really doing really great in athletics. We compete in the Big West Conference. We've actually won 31 national championships. So we are doing amazing. Our mascot is an elephant. That picture that you see is from the 1962 elephant races. We had the first ever intercollegiate elephant races where we raced elephants with other college campuses. We actually did not win the race. Harvard actually won, but that's how our mascot came to be an elephant. It attracted a lot of attention. We had reporters come out and report on it, and they started printing elephants on folders and things like that. And so that is how Tuffy the Titan came to be. We're located in Orange County, so we're about 7 miles from Disneyland. So we're in a really nice location, and we are 22 miles from Los Angeles. So at Cal State Fullerton, we have 8 academic colleges, and we have a total of 109 degree programs that are housed out of those 8 academic colleges. So more than likely, we're going to have a program that will fit what you want to go into. We have over 40,000 students on our campus. So like I said, we're pretty huge in terms of student body. We actually have the largest student body out of all 23 Cal State campuses. So I think that just really speaks to what an amazing campus Cal State Fullerton is. The average age of our students is 23. And these are some of our popular majors. Honestly, all of our programs are amazing, but these are what our students are choosing to go into. So for incoming first-time first-year students, as well as transfer students, you will notice that business is very popular. We actually are AACSB accredited, which is one of the top accreditations you can receive for a business school. But you can also see biology is very popular, psychology, health science, as well as computer science. And then for our transfer students, art is very popular, child and adolescent studies, psychology, and kinesiology. So these are some of our points of pride. Cal State Fullerton is 3rd in the nation, awarding bachelor's degrees to underrepresented students. So these are going to be students who are first in their family to go to college, low-income students. So this is something that we are very proud of at our campus. We also ranked number 5 on the top public schools list, and we ranked number 5 in the best bang for the buck rankings in the West. So at Cal State Fullerton, you get a quality education at a very affordable price. And we do rank in the top 1% best colleges in America. So these are some of our campus resources. Cal State Fullerton has so many resources, which is one of the things I love about our campus. I will talk a little bit about our advising center. So when I was a student, I actually started off undeclared. I didn't know what major I wanted to study. And so I was able to go to the advising center and receive a lot of assistance in terms of helping me figure out what major I wanted to choose. But they'll also ask you questions like, how long do you think you want to graduate? Do you want to take 4 years? 5 years. And so they'll work with you to create a plan that will help you graduate on time. So you really have a lot of support through the Advising Center on our campus. Our campus is also very passionate about diversity and inclusion. And so we do have a Diversity Initiatives and Resource Center. So this houses our African American Resource Center, our Asian Pacific American Resource Center, our Latinx Center, our Titan Dreamers Resource Center, as well as our LGBTQ Center. And so they have a lot of great programming and workshops throughout the year that really focus on identity development. And so these are wonderful safe spaces that we have on our campus. And so we also do have our EOP program. This is for students who are first in their family to go to college or low income students. If you are a first-gen student, I highly encourage you to apply for EOP because they provide you with a lot of great advising, and you can even get a grant if you qualify. You can get a grant to help you pay for your school supplies and pay for your tuition and your fees. So if you're a senior this year or a transfer student and you're applying for fall 2023, you will see an option asking you if you want to apply for the EOP in the third quadrant of your application. So I highly encourage students to apply to this program, especially, like I said, if you're first gen, you're first in your family to go to college, or you're a low income student. We also have our Male Success Initiative for our male students of color, and they provide amazing workshops as well as mentorship opportunities, really to support students both inside and outside the classroom. So this is another great program that students can be a part of. For students who are former foster youth, we have our Guardian Scholars program. So this is students can actually apply for the Guardian Scholarship. And we also have our University Learning Center as well as our Writing Center on campus. So one of the things I really appreciated as a student is there was so much tutoring support for students, no matter what subject you're studying. You can go to the University Learning Center and you have a whole team there to support you, as well as our Writing Center if you need additional help with your writing. We also have our Health Center on campus, and this is completely covered through your student fees, so you might as well take advantage of it. I personally have done the Zumba classes. Oh, excuse me, I'm talking about the Rec Center a little bit too early, sorry. The Health Center, I also took advantage of that as a student. So the Health Center really is where our students can get access to nurses, doctors. It literally is like a mini hospital on campus. So when I was a student, I got all of my healthcare through the campus because, like I said, I was already paying for it with my student fees. So you're able to get x-rays, checkups. They even have a pharmacy. You can get your medication at a discounted price. So that's really amazing. We also have our U at Fullerton. We know mental health is very important. So in addition to making sure, you want to be doing well physically, we also have resources for our students to promote mental health. So we have videos, we have articles all through U at Fullerton that really focus on supporting students and their mental health. Speaking of mental health, we also have our counseling and psychological services on campus. And so we have therapists that can help support students with individual counseling, couples counseling, group counseling. And they actually just had a brand new open house that I got to check out a couple days ago. And they have like a yoga room. They have also napping pods. So if you just want to get away from campus and take a nap, the napping pods are a great place to check out. And so this is a kind of a nice place on campus where students can kind of just de-stress. And I know one of the things that they do during finals week is they'll do puppy therapy and they'll bring dogs out on campus and everyone pets the puppies and kind of lowers the blood pressure as you head into your finals, which is really nice. We also have our rec center. That's what I was kind of jumping the gun to talk about that because I actually was a part of the rec center. I was a member as a staff. And it was really nice just being able to work out right on campus. And it's a really huge center. It's actually 2 stories. They have an indoor track, they have a pool, they have a rock climbing wall, and they have some really fun but very intense Zumba classes. So definitely check that out if you decide to come to Cal State Fullerton. We also have a very safe campus. So we have our university police that are on campus, and our campus is very safe. We actually have emergency station poles all throughout the campus. So if you're walking and you have an emergency, you can just hit that pole. And within a less than 2-minute response time, a university police officer will come out and they're able to track exactly where you are on campus. And they actually offer escorts to your car if you know you're leaving class late one night and you want to make sure you're safe as you walk to your car. They can provide you with an escort as well. Lastly, we do have our Tuffy's basic needs on campus. So this is for students who are dealing with like housing insecurity, food insecurity, clothing insecurity. Students are able to get all of those resources right through our Tuffy's Basic Needs Center. Also, we do have our Career Center on campus, and so they help students basically know what career opportunities are there and available that match up with the student's major. So definitely utilize this as a student. They do like mock interviews, they help you with your resume, they can help you with your cover letter. And I know one common question I get from students is, you know, I don't know what major really aligns with, what career aligns with the major that I'm going into. So the Career Center can help you basically discover like, okay, these are some careers that will align with your major. We also encourage internships. So some of our programs, for example, like our Human Services program, our psychology program, they will require you to do an internship as part of your major. However, if it's not required, we highly and strongly encourage hands-on learning at Cal State Fullerton. So it's not uncommon that you may have field work or certain hours that you will need to complete as part of your major before you graduate. And this is really great because once you graduate, you're able to have a lot of skill sets to show that, you know, you have actually taken what you learned in the classroom and have applied it through an internship. We also have tons of ways to get involved. So we do have our Associated Students Incorporated. This is very similar to like ASB in high school. So if you're a student and you really want to get some leadership opportunities, I would strongly encourage you to consider becoming a part of Associated Students Incorporated. So you can run for like student body president, you can run for treasurer, secretary, there's so many different options available. And this really can help you gain those leadership skills, and they also determine how our student fees are allocated. So that's another great way to get involved. We have over 300 clubs and organizations at Cal State Fullerton. So we have everything from academic clubs, faith-based clubs, sports clubs. We have fraternities, we have sororities. And so there's so many ways to get involved on our campus. And if we have a club that you want to create, like let's say there's a club that we don't have and you want to start it, you actually just need 5 people that are interested in what you're interested in, and you can actually start your own club. So for example, we have like our adventure club where students get together, they go hiking, surfing, snowboarding, all of that. We also do have our student union on campus. So this is kind of what they call like the living room of the campus. This is where students go to get their Starbucks. We have our Pyology, we have Panda Express, we have our Fresh Kitchen, we have Togos. So this is kind of where students like to hang out. They have couches and TVs, and it's just kind of like a nice place to kind of hang out in between classes. We do have live performances every spring on our campus. So we actually, this year we invited Miguel to come out and perform, and he did perform this past spring. Our students look forward to this every year. It's a lot of fun. So this is just another part of our student life at Cal State Fullerton. And we do have housing and residential engagement that we offer. So we actually have 2,200 bed spaces on our campus. We actually just built up some brand new suites. And so the suites actually have 4 bedrooms, 2 people can fit per room, 2 shared restrooms, and we also have our single occupancy apartments, which are 4 people per room and 2 shared restrooms. So if you're a sophomore student or up, you can stay in our brand new suites, or you can stay in our single occupancy apartments. As a freshman student, you would have to stay in the residence halls for your first year, and you would just share a room with one other person. And they do have themed communities that can match with your major. So this is a great way to really get connected to the campus and also just, you know, meet other Titans on campus. And so our housing is on a first come, first served basis. So I know a lot of students usually ask me, do I have to stay on campus, you know, for my first year, and you do not. But if you do want to stay on campus, after you get an offer of admission, you do want to apply for housing as soon as possible. So we also have study abroad. We travel to over 40 different countries and over 128 different cities. We pretty much go everywhere but Antarctica. That's like the only continent we don't travel to. And we also have our study away program in Washington, DC. So the great thing about study abroad is like you're still getting to work towards your degree. So you can still work towards your bachelor's degree, but you're getting to travel with other students as well as faculty. And you're getting to learn to see a whole new part of the world and learn about a whole new culture. And so if you're interested in doing study abroad, some students think you have to go for a long period. You actually don't. You can choose to go for like a semester or like a winter break or summer break, or do like a spring break. They have different options, and they also have financial aid available if you qualify to help support you for your study abroad. So honestly, this is something I wish I did as a student. I didn't get around to it, but this is something definitely to consider. Okay, so Cal State Fullerton does work to help our students graduate on time. So a few of the resources we have is our Fullerton Finish. So for example, if you're in high school and you do want to finish in 4 years, you can apply into our Fullerton Finish program, and our advisors will work with you to help you complete your degree in 4 years. As a transfer student, they can work with you to complete your degree in 2 years. So if you're interested, Fullerton Finish is a program that any student can apply into, and it's really about helping you graduate on time. I did talk about our Tuffy's basic needs, but I also want to talk about our student success teams. So every college, we have 8 academic colleges, and every college has an advisor that partners with you. So we have our retention specialists as well as our graduation specialists. So our retention specialists work with our freshmen and sophomore students, and then our graduation specialists work with our juniors and seniors. So you do have a team of advisors there to help you, support you, and make sure that you are working towards graduation and that you have all the resources that you need to graduate on time. Okay, so I talked a lot about our resources, but now we're going to get into what is required to be admitted at Cal State Fullerton. So as a student coming from high school, you would be considered a first-time first-year student, and you would need to have your high school diploma or equivalent completed, as well as all of your A through G coursework. We do consider what are called supplemental factors, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. And then we do look at your GPA. Your GPA is very important. The average GPA for incoming first-time first-year students was a 3.7 this year. So that's to give you a ballpark of where our students are being admitted at. And then we do have a few majors that require additional requirements. So if you're interested in dance, music, or theater, you are required to do an audition for those 3 programs. Our nursing program does require a letter of recommendation, an essay, and an interview process. And then our BS to MS in computer engineering program does require AP coursework be completed. So if you're interested in any of those 5 programs, you can definitely check out our admissions website for more information. These are our A through G classes. So this is what we're looking at for all of our students coming from high school. So you will need to make sure that you've met the minimum year requirement for each of these subjects. So I mentioned earlier that we do look at supplemental factors. So in addition to looking at your A through G GPA, we do also award additional points to help students get admitted. So these are things that can only help you, they don't hurt you. So for example, we do add points looking at your overall GPA and your A through G classes. We look at your English and math GPA, and it also helps you out if you've taken any additional years of any of our A through G subjects. So if you took an extra year of English, math, and what have you, that can actually add additional points, and that can help you out in the admissions process. Also, if you're a part of any of our educational partnership schools, they have programs such as Upward Bound, Talent Search, Gear Up. Being a part of any of those programs can also give you some additional points. Also, if you're first in your family to go to college, if you get free and reduced lunch, or if you are a foster youth, these are all things that can award you additional points and help you out in the admissions process. For transfer students, so if you're applying from the community college, you do have to be in good academic standing. You do have to have 60 transferable units completed, and 30 of those units would need to be general education courses. And then you do have to take all of your Golden 4 classes. So that would be your oral communication, written communication, critical thinking, and math. And then GPA, once again, GPA is important. Our GPA cutoffs were 3.01 for our local area students and 3.2 for our non-local students. I'm going to talk a little bit about what local area and non-local area is in just a little bit, but these are the minimum GPAs. So typically students need it higher than those GPAs to get admitted to our campus as a transfer student. I do want to highlight that the GPA cutoffs do vary. So it really depends on the application pool. So those were the cutoffs for fall of 2021, but please keep in mind that those GPA cutoffs may fluctuate for the upcoming years. Similar to first-time first-year students, there are additional requirements for criminal justice, dance, music, theater, and nursing. So I said I would get back into local area. So local area basically means that you are prioritized among applicants and will receive benefits in some aspects of your application. So we consider local area students coming from high school to be any student who's in the Orange County, Chino, Corona, Norco, Walnut, Whittier, Albert School District. And then for transfer students, it would be any student who's attended a community college in Orange County. So those would be, if you attend any of those school districts or community colleges, you would get the prioritization as a local area student. So in terms of costs for Cal State Fullerton, this is what you're looking at for tuition and fees. You will notice that we're about half the cost of the UC system. So it's about $7,400. That does include fall and spring tuition and fees. For the UC system, as you can see, it's about double that. So we do offer a quality education at a very affordable price. Some statistics about our financial aid: about 50% of our students do receive the federal Pell Grant within the CSU system. 81% of students within the CSU do receive some form of financial aid. And the average aid awarded to students within the CSU system was $10,921. And then, as you can see, we do award a lot of money through financial aid. $4.2 billion was awarded in financial aid between 2020 and 21 within the CSU system. So the money is there. It's just a matter of making sure that you do fill out your FAFSA or your California DREAM Act to see what aid is available to you. And so speaking of FAFSA, you do want to fill out your FAFSA between October 1 and March 2nd. If you're a senior in high school, you do want to fill it out this October 1 through March 2nd, or the California DREAM Act, the same window, October 1 through March 2nd, as well as transfer students. If you're planning to transfer for fall 2023, you do want to go ahead and fill out your FAFSA application. So by filling that out, we are then able to see what aid is available to you. So this can include scholarships, grants. It's free money. That's money you do not have to pay back. Loans you do have to pay back, but that's another great way to help you pay for school. And then we have federal work study. So federal work study allows you to work either on or off campus, and then you're awarded aid that basically helps you pay for your tuition and fees. So the first step, again, just go ahead, fill out your FAFSA, and then you're able to see what aid is available. We have tons of scholarships. So here's some websites you might want to check out. So there's financialaid.org, FastWeb, CollegeNet, College Board scholarships. I can't say that, scholarship search. These are great resources to help you see what scholarships are available. One thing that I've noticed with students sometimes is they think it's a hard process with scholarships, and a lot of times you just have to fill out like an essay, and a lot of money is available. A lot of students don't apply, unfortunately, for scholarships, but this is a great way to pay for school, and it's money that you do not have to pay back. So you definitely want to maximize grants as well as scholarships. In addition, we do have some unique scholarships at Cal State Fullerton. So for example, we do have our Abrego Scholars, which really is geared towards students who are first generation. So if you're first in your family to go to college, you definitely want to consider applying for that scholarship. If you're a student who's a former foster youth, you might want to consider the Guardian Scholars Program. And then President Scholars is for students who are in high school that have at least a 3.75 GPA. So if you do want more information, please check out the websites listed, and you can also go on our financial aid website. Each scholarship has different criteria required to apply. Some scholarships do require that you meet a certain GPA requirement. So please visit our financial aid website if you are interested in applying to any of our scholarships, and you'll see more detailed information in terms of what the deadlines are, when to apply, and what the requirements are. When you're ready to apply to Cal State Fullerton, you're going to go through the Cal State Apply website. So you're going to apply between October 1st through November 30th. And the website is calstate.edu/apply. So all 23 Cal State campuses are within this application system. So you only need to fill the application out once, and you can apply to any CSU that you wish. And it is $70 per application, but there are fee waivers if you qualify. I do want to highlight that the CSU system is very deadline driven. So you don't want to miss the November 30th deadline. Sometimes students wait until the last minute during like Thanksgiving break to fill out their application, and sometimes the system can crash. So If you are applying for fall of 2023, you definitely want to start your application as soon as possible. So again, it opens October 1 and you have until November 30th, and that is a hard deadline. So if you're interested in exploring a little bit more information about Cal State Fullerton or any of the 23 Cal State campuses, you can go to the Cal State Apply website and you can click on the buttons like Explore Campuses or Explore Degrees, and you can find more information. We do invite you to visit our campus. And so we do offer tours. We have virtual tours as well as in-person tours. So if you would like more information, you can just check out our website, and we would love to show you our beautiful campus. I do also want to let you know about an amazing event coming up. This is an open house event called Fall in Love with Fullerton. It's coming up on Saturday, November 5th, 2022. So that's this year. And so it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So mark your calendars. If you are a junior or senior in high school, or if you're a spring 2023 transfer or just a transfer student in general, you are invited to this event. And so this is an open house event. So you're able to actually check out our campus, check out our facilities. We're going to offer information sessions. So we're going to have someone from the admissions office come and speak. We're going to have a financial aid representative. We're going to have the Career Center. We're also going to have a lab. So if you need help with your application, you can actually come, get on our computers, start working on your application, and we're going to have admissions team members as well as our staff there to support you as you fill out your application. We're going to be offering tours, and we're going to have a resource fair, and there's just going to be a lot more things happening. So this is a free event. We hope you can join us. If you're interested, just go ahead and scan that QR code.
Photos, if you're interested. They're all around the same, but I will say that the DJ's one is the most expensive.
Yeah. So if you're interested in Fall in Love with Fullerton, if you can just scan that QR code, it'll take you to our website, and then you can register to come to this event. So we do hope to see you there. And then also, we do invite you to check out our website, Titan On Demand. This is where we have a lot of videos and chat rooms and just a lot of great additional information about the resources that are available at Cal State Fullerton. So if you want to get signed up for Titan On Demand, you can scan that QR code and it will take you to the website. All right, so here's all of our resources that we have available at Cal State Fullerton. If you do need to get in touch with us, feel free to reach out anytime. We have our admissions information, orientation, tours, financial aid, housing, as well as some of our transfer services. So feel free to reach out. Also, we do invite you to scan the code in the bottom left corner. This allows you to get signed up through our email database. So it basically allows you to get signed up for emails with us. So feel free to scan that and put in your name and your email. And then also, if you do need to get in touch with our office, again, I work in the Office of Outreach and Recruitment. So feel free to email and check out our website. We do also post a lot of great information on our social media, specifically through our Instagram. So if you want to follow us, you can find us at CSUF Outreach and follow us on Instagram. We post a lot of great information, updates through Instagram. So this does conclude our presentation.